Hey, Jason and Fallon. My name's Tara. I'm from Canada. Been watching your guys' channel for probably about a year now. I really like your content and just your approach and the message that you guys have and your dynamic. Anyway, I was raised in Jehovah's Witness. I got disfellowshipped when I was 33, but I didn't actually mentally leave till I was about 38. Had a very difficult experience, um, especially after I got married. I got married very young, like a lot of us do. I was 19. Didn't realize I was getting into like a very abusive relationship. I definitely saw red flags, but he was a pioneer. I was a pioneer. His dad was an elder. You know, I kind of was the typical Jehovah's Witness girl. I thought everything was going to be great and fine because we were both, or I thought we were both, um, devoted to Jehovah and each other. Unfortunately, that was definitely not the case. I endured a lot of abuse, mentally, physically, and sexually. We had 2 children together, and thankfully, I not only got away from my abusive relationship, I got out of the cult and I got my kids out too. So I have 2 wonderful boys. They're teenagers. They're 17 and 15. I love them to death. Uh, they've been a huge factor in just overcoming everything. I just was watching your episode on the woman who was punished after her assault, and it really struck a chord with me. I also was looked down on after I left my abusive ex-husband. Even though I wasn't actually reproved or disfellowshipped, I was actually shunned by some women who were about, 10, 15 years older than me because I had left my husband. Shortly after that, I experienced some other really abusive situations with my own family, and I did end up leaving. And I have a wonderful partner now, and he has been there for me through thick and thin. And we've raised our kids together, and you know, I've had a lot of healing I had to do, but I'm really grateful. Anyway, it just really struck a chord with me because I was also basically blamed for leaving my ex, and also people didn't like care about me at all. I was actually in a courtroom at one point because my husband was getting charged with 3 counts of assault. He actually tried to choke me to death. It was known in the congregation. The elders knew about it. There was an elder in the courtroom. He was facing some other charges, and he questioned me, and I answered him honestly. And then he went to the body of elders and basically tattled on me and said that I shouldn't have told him that. And it was just it's incredibly isolating. And my ex-husband was never punished. And I hate that word punished, but anyways, he was never actually held accountable for trying to kill me in front of my toddlers. He was protected. He never had to go through a judicial meeting. He wasn't reproved, nothing. He was protected. And I just think people need to hear that because I think that happens more than we realize. And yeah. Hey, Jason and Fallon, I kind of went over my time with my last message. I just kind of wanted to end on a positive note. I'm definitely really glad to be out of this misogynistic, toxic cult. It's, like I said, it's been a lot of healing, but I'm really also grateful for channels like yours that just, you don't, you don't gloss over anything. Like you talk about the hard things, and that's what we need. And I think And I don't mean to discredit any of the men who've left, of course. But I do think some of us women who have left, we've had a rough time. We've not necessarily had any education or skills and had to basically start from scratch a lot of times with kids. And that's not easy. So I just kind of want to have a voice out there for maybe women like me or women like the one that you got a voicemail from, that we are survivors of some pretty extreme abuse, and all of that in a extremely toxic environment that actually blames women for being abused. um it's 2025 now. Like, it's time for this to change, and the Jehovah's Witnesses have not changed their policies on abuse or shunning, or, I mean, I could go on and on, but I just want to say this. Need to say, yeah, just thank you guys. I will always keep watching your channel. Well, thank you.